Okay. So, as a continuation of the story part, just the timeline story. Um, right. So, anyway, Steven broke up with me, and that lasted for about, oh, I don't know, 2 days. And then he was like back over at my house, like, I reconsidered, and yeah, whatever. And yeah, so I slowly started dating him again, because, right, yeah, I'm that song. I've got no self esteem. And, right, so I started seeing him again. And then at this point, and still keeping it a secret, this is the age difference. And then also, Mark's a fucking issue. Um, because he was like super, like, before all that, which was probably a big part of my anger with Skanka. Um, he had been telling me all the stuff, like, poor her, and she loves me so much. She cut herself, and then she post, like, she cut herself, and then with her blood, made, like, put all this blood on a fucking piece of paper and wrote out, I'm sorry. Right, to what? I don't fucking know. He said, that means she loves me more than you, Heather. It's like, yeah. And then, she's like really fond over him. And yeah, like that kind of shit. And yeah, and then so half the time he's like, I'm being blackmailed and I'm trying to make her leave me alone. And I was like, okay. And then half the time he's like, you don't understand. She's really a sweet girl and you should get to know her. I was like, why the fuck? I don't have to be okay. I don't have to be friends with my ex's next. Like, in no fucking universe do we gotta be fucking friends. Like, we don't have to even hang out, man. We don't have to know each other. I don't want to fucking hang out with you or know you. And then he was like real pissy about it. And he said, well, she doesn't want me hanging out with you anyway. You're a bad influence. So, I'm the fucking bad influence here. Absolutely. Yeah, it's all me. It's not you. Yeah, right. And even so, he's still like telling other people not to date me. And then at that point, he gets a job like out of town, so he's fucking gone. And then, which is great, really. And and so he's like gone off somewhere, and like Steven's around, but he's not like constant because he still works out of town. He still does that. So he's like comes and goes all the fucking time. And then every time he fucking goes, he would break up with me. Right. Think, well, I just don't know if I'll be back. Like, yeah, you always see it fucking coming because you like know the schedule when he's leaving. And then he would like sometimes instead of breaking up, he would just fucking pick a fight with me. Right. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's gonna pick a fight. So then I break up with him, and then he doesn't have to fucking feel bad. And this over and over and over and over and over. And I really fucking love that guy, but Jesus. And and then there's all that fucking drama in my fucking town all the time about that fucking everything all the time. And all of his friends are like, you need to stop seeing that girl. Why don't you just stay away from her? Yeah, because everybody he knows is like, just stay the fuck away from that girl. You can just stay away from that girl. And yeah, because every time you're just, you know, um, right, it causes some kind of fucking trouble for you every fucking time. And then I find out that, when Mark's out of town, he's not fucking working. He's following Steven around and like pestering him in his job. Right. And so anyway, is all that back and forth. And then the whole time that like Mark says he's out of town working, what he's doing is following Steven around and fucking like trying to pick fights with him at work and all sorts of fucking crazy shit. And so then every time he's back in town, he's like pissed off at me over it. And it's like, I can't fucking control that guy. And I told him I didn't want to see him. I told him to leave me alone. right? It's just fucking nuts. And oh, it's just fucking crazy. And it seems like I can't deal with this anymore. And then also, there's all that other stuff involving you. Is there what other stuff involving me? Well, you broke up with me. Right, right. Because they would both um, break up with me all the time. Right. Just, I know. Like, emotional manipulation and try to leave me fucking devastated and upset. And it's what it felt like. It's what it felt like. And I was just like more and more mad about it because I didn't feel like I was, I don't know why I date either one of these fucks, you know? Um, it's not like either one of them were particularly nice or good to me. And, you know, I mean, seriously. I mean, fucking seriously. Yeah, it's like you treat me like I don't matter. So, you know, and yeah, and I have a lot of emotional issues, and I was having even more so like when I was that age. And so I started drinking and drinking heavily. Yeah, drinking a lot, and then like running around town with this girl, and then nobody's like watching me or keeping an eye on me or trying to make me behave. Nobody was trying to stop me, and so there's this other guy who's like, I don't know, such a fucking liar and trying to hang out with me all the time. And I'm just trying to get drunk. And I guess he's trying to sleep with me. And, oh, I don't guess. I know he was. And, yeah, he did not succeed. And, but then he starts telling me this, like, absolute fucking lie. This crazy ass fucking lie that he told about himself. And I was like, okay. I know that that's not true. I know that's absolutely not motherfucking true. Like everything you said to me is just like a big pack of lies. That's fine. I just was in a bad mood, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe sick of men. Yeah, I'm 15 and I'm sick of men, and right. I really fucking was. So, and he kept like, kind of following me around and shit, and would always be where I was, and then telling me this fucking shit, and then I started, no, I did some real fucked up shit, because he's telling me, because Mark was a pimp, Mark is a pimp, and I don't know if he is now. I don't know. He's dating that prostitute, so that indicates yes. And right, and I mean currently. And so and then that guy is telling me that like that's my fucking type, like that's what I look for. And I'm like, "Mm." So I just made him, I don't know, all the fucking shit he said all the fucking shit he lied about, I just made him do. Right. Hmm. Yeah. So at this point I'm like, I don't know, 15, 16, um, drinking all the fucking time. And then yeah, I guess I was the pimp and I made him collect the money is what really happened. And mhm, yeah, that's what happened. I'm not like proud of it. It's not something, it's just something that got super far out of hand. And it was these other fucking girls around and they're like, I'm so jealous that you have all these guys. And I was like, well, do you want some of these guys? Because it's a little much for me. So you start like, anyway, money got involved so I could buy more booze. And yeah, I guess it was like 6 to 8 months of, yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah. And it's like, well, this is out of hand. Right. And this has got real far out of hand. But yeah, and I went out with a bunch of different people, but I didn't have sex with any of them. Because they were all trying to sleep with me, And then at the work, they had this fucking fishbowl. They were putting $100 bills in and signing. So they'd fucking sign their name on this $100 bill and put it in this fucking fishbowl. And like as a like I bet I can sleep with Heather. Yeah, she's the one with the one with the mark on her face. And I was really fucking mad about it. So I kept going out with them and not sleeping with them. Yeah, that's why there were so many fucking guys because they were like, as a running like beds that they had that fucking fishbowl full of fucking money that they all fucking signed the money and put it in the fishbowl to place their bed if they could sleep with me or not. And right, and I was pretty pissed off about it because I heard about it, and so I just kept going out with them and not sleeping with them. Yeah, I'd make them think I was gonna though, and and then not. And so that went on, and it was not a very this is not a very good time for me in my life. Um, right? I mean, just flat not. And right, and then everybody in town got mad about those other girls, and I was like, well, they volunteered. I didn't go recruit those girls. I mean, they like, hey Heather, you have all these boyfriends, and I was like, those are not my boyfriends. No. Right. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just something to do. Is that not what other high school girls are doing? Uh, Running a sex club and pimping out other girls? Don't think so. But that's how I spent my summer. Um, so anyway, it's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing, and I probably should have done that. But in my defense, I was drunk at the time, and in that's just what happened. That's just what happened. So anyway.